Welcome back to Daily Insight. Today we are talking about how traveling is a tool to help build communities. With that, we have the head of growth marketing and the head of operations of Tripkada. Let's all welcome JP, Bayang, and GSC. Good morning, JP. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. So for the people who are tuning in, all of our viewers, they want to know, what is Tripkada?
Okay, so Tripkada is an online platform for joining trips here in the Philippines. So think carpooling for trips.
Okay, so carpooling with trips, meaning you can go on these trips with people you don't know?
Yes.
Okay, so instead of just booking trips with your family or friends, you're going to meet completely different strangers.
That's correct.
Okay, so now in this part, we're going to discuss mainly about traveling here in the Philippines and why Tripkada was formed, because you saw that there's a problem of traveling here in the Philippines.
That's
what
right.
was that problem that you discovered?
So nowadays, people rather go outside because
Yes.
they see it as it's same price as like traveling in the Philippines, or it's even less of a money hassle and spending for them when they go outside the Philippines. And of course, the Philippines, that's true because the Philippines is an archipelago.
Yes.
So for you to be able to travel just one province, you have to hire a boat. You have to hire a boatman, of course. You have to hire a van. And it makes it more expensive for people to travel the Philippines.
Yes, especially when it's not all packaged.
That's correct.
As opposed to other destinations, they have it. It's like you just deal with one person. And
Correct.
flight, boat, van. Here it's three different things that
Correct.
you do. Okay, so
That's
what
right.
did you decide to do when you figured that problem?
And the reason why, the reason or the only way to make it more accessible or more affordable for people is to split the cost with other people.
Okay.
However, we don't have the same time as our friends, right? We don't have the same, we don't want to experience the same things as our families.
Yes, yeah.
So we don't have much incentive to travel, or will not just, travel anyway. But with Tripkada and trip pooling, you already have a ready-made trip with all its itinerary, with all the inclusions, with the destination where you want to go to. But of course, you already have friends going into the same trip. So you have your ready-made barkada. That's why we coined the trip barkada.
Ah, okay,
So-
Tripkada.
Yes.
Gets ko na. That's where it came from. Okay. So with that, with Tripkada, you have these ready-made trips that people can choose from.
Yes.
And who is the one that plans these trips on Tripkada?
So we have our organizers. We really thank them because they're the cream of the crop of Tripkada. So these are regular travelers who just want to share their experience. We vet and verify them. We do background investigation, but more importantly, we train them. They undergo trainings like basic mountaineering course, where they undergo basic first aid, wilderness survival, ethics, traveler ethics, and things like that. So they can take care of their travelers once their travelers get into their trips. So we're a platform, of course. We don't own the trips. These are travelers who just upload the trips on our platform.
Oh, okay, so all of these organizers that you vet, you make sure that they're safe, that they know what they're doing.
Correct.
They're not just random people or scams.
They're not scammers.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so what you said, that these organizers put their trips on your platform. Usually, how many organizers do you have on Tripkada?
We've grown from 3 since we began in 2016.
Okay.
Now we have 300 organizers uploading their trips weekly.
Wow, 300 organizers in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And every week, how many trips is that on average?
We have like 50 up to 100 trips. That depends on how much trips are uploaded on the system by the organizers.
And then how many users are using Tripkada to book these trips?
We're very thankful because now we have at least 10,000 users
Wow.
registered on the system who book their trips.
Wow, okay. I think I want to book now.
Let's
well,
do
okay,
it.
because for me personally, it's exactly what you were saying. For here in the Philippines, I want to see all of the beautiful destinations, but not everyone has the same interests as me. You know, one day I want to go hiking, but not all of my friends want to go hiking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, I don't want to climb a mountain all by myself.
Yeah, of course, that's dangerous.
So in having organizers that are experts in their field, and that you have this opportunity to experience these travel experiences with people who know what they're doing, and finally enjoy the travel.
Correct.
Yes, yeah. And another thing is for people who maybe don't have the, like for me personally, I may not have 3 days to travel somewhere. I only have 1 day. At least I can book something like that. How early do I need to book a trip?
Usually you can book like even a day before the trip. Because
Really?
that's how
we
it
have
goes.
a lot of last minute bookings. But of course, we prefer it if you book
Earlier.
earlier, so
Yes,
we can
of course.
prepare more
Correct.
for your trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
You
as
don't-
long as it's not fully booked. So,
Okay.
yeah.
But let's say, for example, a random special declared holiday, non-working holiday, and then the next day, can I?
Yep. We have ready-made trips for holidays especially.
Yes. Okay. Wow. So we've learned so much about how you're fixing this problem of traveling in the Philippines. In the next part, when we continue our interview, we're going to learn about how it has this impact here for the travelers and organizers alike. So stay tuned to Daily Insight. So in this part, we're going to talk about the impact of traveling. So what does, with Tripkada, of course, you're encouraging people to travel. And what is the impact of travel?
Tripkada's tagline is building communities through travel.
Okay.
So by allowing people or giving access to people to travel to off-the-beaten destinations, which is not as popular as Cebu, Boracay, Palawan, we make sure that we help these communities. We bring a sort of growth, and we empower these communities that there's so many things to see there, and we bring in people to these destinations.
Yes.
Of course, there are things that has happened before where some people or travelers that we bring into these destinations saw the need to help and see resources are needed to be given into these communities.
Yes.
So we have had that experience.
So, for example, what are some of these off the beaten destinations?
So our most popular one is Buscalan.
Buscalan.
It's really up north, around it's near Sagada, kinda.
Okay, and what are
A
the
bit farther.
attractions? What are the sights to see in Buscalan?
So what people go to there is for Apo Fangod, the last traditional tattoo artist.
Oh yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of people go there to have their tattoos made the traditional way.
Yes.
And with Tripkada, it's more convenient to go there because you hire a van to actually go there. Because if you go through public transport, it's a lot more
and it's not accessible.
inconvenient.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by off the beaten path destinations? I know it's not the regular ones, but how do we know if something counts as one of these special ones?
Usually these destinations are destinations that cannot be accessed by regular public transportation, just as Gia
okay.
said. So you have to hire a van. So you
Yes.
can't hire a van for yourself or
Yes.
hire a boat for yourself just to go there. So that's why trip pooling is here, to bring in people together, same interest, the same time.
Especially if you're booking your trip ahead of time. Let's say you're it's a different province. You've never been. You want to make sure it's you're getting the right people, but you don't know drivers. You don't know.
Exactly.
That's right.
You can't just book any type of driver, and you're telling him, okay, drive me up to Busca, the one in the mountain, and he's trying to use his ways in the mountain. It's like there's no signal. Yeah,
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah. So at least with Tripkada, you're building the community, hiring local people.
Yes.
You're
That's
giving
right.
them livelihood and jobs.
Yes.
And so, what is the response of these communities when you bring travelers there? How do they feel?
They feel empowered.
Really?
They feel like they are part of. They have something to give.
Yes.
You know, it empowers them all the more that they see people interacting to them, that they're not as what others think they are. So they discover the culture more. The travelers
Yes.
discover the culture more, and they see the reality of what's into this off the beaten paths.
Yes, and really, it's a mutual benefiting the communities there as well as the travelers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're
That's
right.
exposed to maybe these impoverished communities,
Yes.
and I think based out of the humanity of people. You know, you want to give, you want to help people, especially when they don't have the same opportunities. So for you, for example, what is the two of you one of your favorite off the beaten destinations? If you had to pick one, I know there's so many, but what's the one that sticks out in your head that's your favorite one?
For me, I think Zambales. 'Cause
Zambales?
There are a lot
Okay.
of Aita communities there.
Okay.
And especially in Mount Pinatubo and in Liwa. So whenever people are there, we have partners that have close contacts with them. So we can interact with them, know more about them. And I think that's a really priceless experience.
Yes.
Connecting with these communities.
Yes, learning from their culture, their
Right.
practices. Because it's you know, you can always go to a beach, you can always see beautiful sights, but to learn history and
That's
learn
right.
about people and their
Exactly.
cultures, it's such an enriching experience.
Yes.
How about you for JP?
I think I'll be biased because
Okay.
I came from an considered off the beaten path.
Yes.
As well. I came from Romblon.
Okay.
So it's been traveling or bumping up the tourism there helped us a lot, really, in terms of building and growing the community,
Yes.
especially with the help of the LGU, the promotions. So I'm a living testament of how traveling can really help a community grow and give some of the economy to them.
Yeah, and it's great that we now have this opportunity to help our fellow Filipino people
That's
with
right.
Tripkada, you enjoying a beautiful vacation in a beautiful destination, as well as helping those local communities.
Exactly. So it's a
Yes.
win-win situation
That's
for
right.
everyone.
Yeah.
So
and
for the organizers, they give out their experience, they showcase their experience. For the travelers who enjoy these off-the-beaten
Yes.
destinations.
Yes.
But of course, for the community, we are able to bring
Drive
some to
growth.
their economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good that you have this advocacy and you're helping all of the Filipino communities here. Okay, as we continue our discussion, we're going to learn about how to make traveling sustainable and how it will be good for the environment. So stay tuned to Daily Insight. But how do we make traveling sustainable?
Okay, first and foremost, we have programs
Okay.
that educate people
Yes.
to make traveling a safer and more responsible for everyone.
Okay.
So we have workshops and educational programs like the outdoor education, where we teach people how to properly conserve the environment while enjoying
okay.
travels. So we teach them basic first aid, we
Yes.
teach them survival in the wilderness. Of course, we do the leave no trace principles, where we teach them how to make sure that we value and we guard the environment while enjoying them.
I think you're the first company that offers these things. Well, I haven't heard of any before. So usually, who are the people that signs up for these types of workshops?
Actually, we have a school who wants to do a workshop
Workshops.
Really?
for
Yeah.
their own students.
Okay. So now, does it need to be only the travelers, the organizers that can sign up for these workshops?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
We have corporations who
Oh,
do that
okay.
for their employees, just
Yeah.
to give them a bit of background on
Yeah.
making it a more responsible travel for everyone.
Yeah, that'd be like a team building, a
Yes.
fun
Yes.
school activity. Okay, and at least that's what teaches them to be responsible
Yes.
travelers. I'm not creating waste, not harming the environment. Because a lot of these people who are traveling for the first time, they don't know these things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
It's not really common sense, especially when you are trying to conserve the culture of each different place.
Yes.
Yes.
They don't know about the coral reefs that you're not
Correct.
supposed to walk on them.
Yeah.
Okay. So for these workshops, how often do you have these workshops?
Sometimes we have it weekly,
Really?
based on demand, actually. Yeah, but more importantly, I think that Tripkada being a trip pooling app, which makes it more achievable or accessible for you to travel,
Yes.
gives an alternative for an affordable travel. We recommend that instead of just partying out for the weekend
Okay.
Or
doing-
buying
stuff,
expensive clothes.
yeah,
Yes.
which is same price as just traveling. I think we'd rather travel to have work-life balance. That's how we balance everything.
Okay. To have meaningful experiences
Exactly,
that you
yeah.
can treasure. The material things, they fade, but the experiences that you
memories.
gain, the memories
Exactly.
that you gain in a special trip, those things last forever.
Correct.
And of course, you have the pictures.
Yes,
that
of
last
course,
forever. Okay, so at least now people, they have this opportunity. Let's say if you're not doing something a day and you have no idea what to do, instead of going to watch a movie, why don't you
Correct.
sign up for one of your
That's
workshops?
correct.
So what is the next workshop that you have coming up?
We have an outdoor education, the basic
Yes.
mountaineering course coming up. That one for the students, but we
Yes.
have another next week. That's another basic mountaineering
Yes.
course, which we are surprised because a lot of people from all walks of life are eager to study these
Yes.
things, and
Yes.
we really appreciate it because people value nature as
Yeah.
as part of their of the ecosystem and their whole being.
Yeah,
That's really
and at least that you have these workshops, because I always thought you actually have to go on the mountaineer trip to learn how to mountain, and I'm so scared of just of just falling off, and I don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. And to learn these things beforehand.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So even with the organizers, teaching them to improve the organizers.
That's right.
What other workshops do you offer for the organizers?
A lot actually. We train them with itinerary making,
Oh,
with
okay.
how
Pricing of
works,
trips.
of
Oh,
course. So
okay.
we standardize everything just to make sure no abuse happens. But more importantly, we also have if you're not for the mountains, you are
Yes.
for the beach.
Yes.
We have free diving lessons.
Okay.
We are partnering with some institutions,
Yes.
certifying institutions to do that. I think it's really nice because we tap different types of destinations, tap different types of interest, and educate them on these things.
Okay, so are you also open to organizers contacting you to be part of your platform?
Definitely,
Yeah, okay. So if any of our viewers, if you are a guide for a certain destination, and if you're looking for some workshops or to add more clients, and at least now you have this opportunity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if people want to know more about Tripkada, how can they find out?
So go to www.tripkada.com. We're available on website and on Google Play. But on February 7, we are launching our iOS app. It's most awaited by our travel community.
Yes.
So we're really excited to bring you in on Feb 7 in Kubo Innovation Hub in Makati. Everyone's welcome to join us for fun and get together with travel enthusiasts and people who loves travel.
Wow. So besides the website, what other pages do you have so that people can see how the trips that you guys have?
So we have Twitter and Instagram also.
And Facebook, of course.
Facebook,
Yes.
Our Facebook page is really nice. So
Yeah,
you
so
gotta
look
check it out.
Look for Tripkada, see the beautiful pictures of all of the destinations, all of the trips they have, and then maybe book your next trip.
Yeah, book your next trip. The reason why we made it a platform is because we want experience-based activities. So you see everything there, from trips in Manila, including the food crawls, paranormal activities, stuff like shopping tours in Divisoria and Binondo, from beaches, cities, and mountain trips.
So it's not
in
just
there.
like nature trips. You also have like experience trips.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay,
Exactly.
so that's for me.
Yeah, let's do
so
that.
for the people who can't go to the mountains, at least I have this opportunity to see the rest of Metro Manila. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you
guesting
so
and
much.
sharing your insights.
you.
I'm excited to book my next trip.
Let's do that.
Yes. We'd also like to invite our viewers to join us at Arena Weekend Market at the Philippine Arena every Saturday and Sunday for fitness and for fun, and visit our latest attraction, the Garden, and bring the whole family. So these are mornings filled with meaningful business talk. I'm Randy Bernardino, and this is Daily Insight.